Hi everybody, here's a video to show you how to take through Design Space this lovely luxurious gift box which is decorated with roses on one side and holds chocolates on the other. It's in the shape of a heart. You get the pieces to cut this ribbon and bow that decorate the edge of it, and to cut this acetate lid which fits over the chocolates very nicely. You get the SVG for the rose and the sepal that's attached to it, of course. There's a close-up on that, and there's a view of the whole box. I really like this project. It's taken me a long time to bring it together. You get a PDF of instructions with this, and even though it's not a difficult project at all, as with all my instructions, I always go through every single step. I don't assume you know how to do everything. So I think there are about 16 or 18 pages and well over 100 photographs showing you how to make this box. Not all of which many of you will need, but somebody will. And so it's there, right from start to finish. Every single step you need to assemble this box is included. Okay, so let's go into Design Space and see how we're going to cut it. There's the file. So as usual, the first step with any multi-part SVG that's got score lines, you've got to convert those lines that come in as cuts, which we want to be scores. We can't set them to come in automatically set to score like with a Cricut Access project. You've just got to do that little step yourself when you're working with externally imported SVGs. So it's really easy with mine, because the lines that you need to convert to scores are always grouped together in this first subgroup in your layers panel. So you just click on the name of that group and you go to your operations menu, click where it says basic cut, which is what they are at the moment, and choose score from the drop down, and they've become dashed on screen so you know that they've been converted now. Because there's more than one set, we're going to need to ungroup them. So while they're still selected, just click on ungroup. I'm using the desktop version for PC, so for me, that's at the top of the layers panel. If you're using the mobile app, it'll be in one of the menus along the bottom. So click on ungroup, and that's the score lines ungrouped. Then we need to click on the next group down, which is all the cut pieces and any cuts within them. All we need to do there is ungroup. And the third step is to select everything on screen, which you can do by clicking on that remaining overall group that everything's still in, or you can drag a box to enclose it, or you can use the select all button in the menu. However you do it, once it's all selected, ungroup it a third time. So now everything is a separate piece on canvas, and we can attach the scores to the pieces that they relate to. You do get a PDF of very detailed instructions, as I say, so you don't need to remember a lot of what I'm saying when I call the pieces what they are. You'll see it when you get the PDF. This piece here is the acetate lid. So you just select both things and attach it. Click on canvas somewhere near, drag a box to more or less enclose it, and choose attach. Again, on the desktop version for PC, that's at the bottom of your layers panel. You might be wondering why these pieces here are in a strange orientation, and I've put them that way so that they will automatically fit on a 12 by 12 sheet. Everything in this project, including the roses obviously, will cut from 12 by 12 or less, apart from this lid, which you will need an A3 sheet of PVC. I talk about where I get mine. I buy mine in packs of A3 from Amazon. It's readily available in lots of different places though, so I don't think you'll have any trouble getting hold of it if you do decide you want to include the lid in your project. Can't remember which I've done here now. Yeah, yes. So the grey bits are the walls of the base of the box, and the red bits here are the ribbon that overlays it. No duplicating to do. You've got everything you need to cut the project already on the canvas. So let's click make it and see what happens. So we should be able to choose 12 by 12, and we can. I wonder if we could, what space have we got on there if we move that down? I'm just going to see if this little short wall will perhaps fit on with one of those. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll try it. It won't just, that's a shame. I wonder if you could rotate that anymore. No. The rotation I've got on it is pretty much the best way to make it fit on 12 by 12. So that's a shame. That won't fit. That'll have to go back on a mat on its own. Oops, what did I do? What didn't I do? Move. And I'm going to choose that empty mat. Yeah, so that's going to have to go back there. So to cut the main box, the base, the walls and the inserts, you need just over 4 pieces of 12 by 12. If you were going to use, can you use tabloid? You can. If you use tabloid, you need 3.5 sheets. If you use A3, you need 3 and a bit, 3.25 sheets. Okay, so that again, that's the acetate, PVC, pardon me. I keep saying acetate and I don't want to talk about acetate anymore, mostly because it's incredibly expensive now, and when I bought acetate originally, you used to be able to crease it and fold it, but the stuff I've bought lately, you can't. It snaps when you try and do that, so that's why I've moved on to these PVC sheets. So yeah, you need a sheet of A3. Tabloid would work as well though. A3 or tabloid, PVC for the acetate lid, and then this is the ribbon that will definitely cut from A4. Yeah, the ribbon and the bow all fits on one A4. Okay, so that's the box. As I say, you do get a PDF of very, very detailed instructions, so don't worry about anything you've seen here that you're thinking, how on earth does that go together? You are told how to do it in the PDF that you get as part of your download. So we'll delete that off and I'll just bring the rose in. It's a flower, so it's pretty straightforward really. Just zoom in a bit. No scores obviously on a flower SVG. It's made up of 4 identical layers and 1 piece for the sepal that goes underneath it. I worked out that for my box I made 16 whole flowers, and then I had a couple of little tiny gaps I wanted to fill in, so I cut 1 more and I used the odd layer to fill in the gaps, and I explained that really clearly in the PDF as well. So in total I cut 17 flowers including 17 sepals. So it is going to take, obviously, to make that number of roses, quite a lot of paper. Just going to ungroup those. I've left these like this because in that arrangement, those flowers cut together, those layers should I say, cut together from 1A4. How wide is that? Yeah, 1A4 or 1 sheet of letter they would fit on. So when I've been making mine, I've just attached it, and then I know that I'm going to need 17 sheets of A4 to cut those petals, and then these I copied and pasted them as well, and I slotted them together like that. And if you do that and attach those, yeah, that would be your arrangement for an A4. If you want to do this, you don't have to do this. You can just click make it and send it. In fact, so I'll stop messing about for now. I'm just going to click, get rid of that. So we've got 1 flower and 1 sepal on there, and we'll click make it. And I want 17. So if we were using letter-sized card, obviously you can see we can fit those together a lot better than that, can't we? I think you might get 6 on letter actually, just with a different arrangement. Shall we just try it very quickly there? We'll try putting that on the first mat. Yeah, pretty sure. I'm not going to move them all, I just want to show that I'm pretty sure that 6 will cut. Where's it gone? Let's put it there this time. Yeah, so you'll get 6 on a mat. So if you want 17, you'd cut 3 sheets of letter for your sepals, which is a bit better than Design Space's layout of 5 sheets, isn't it? And then for the petals, let's say we're choosing letter again. This is for the US setup I'm looking at the moment. Yeah, look at that. It tells you can only get 2 on, but that's just nonsense, isn't it? But I think it will only be 4, same as the A4 layout. Let's just try that. Look at all those sheets. That's crazy. You see that it's a bit wider. You might get 5 on. No, you won't. You'll still only get 4. So, yes, we're going to go back. Right, so back to the beginning. You've brought this onto your canvas and it looks like this. If you're cutting it from A4 or letter, keep this arrangement as it comes in like that and just attach it, because you can't get any more than that on an A4 or a letter sheet. I'm saying those sizes because I think generally we cut flowers out of something a bit lighter, don't we? And because of that, it's probably going to be pearlescent or something, which more likely comes in A4 or letter size sheets. Doesn't often come in 12, but you can buy it in 12 by 12. Hugely expensive though. I buy my pearlescent card off eBay, and I think I pay something like £5 for 20 sheets, so it's really not that bad. So you've got one rose there, all attached together, and we said 6, didn't we? So to make sure I've got the right layout, I am going to bring in a shape. So if I can just see my piece of paper, if it's not. So 210 is the width of A4, so we're going to, and that's narrower than letter, so we're going to choose, unlock that, I'm going to choose 21 centimeters for the width, and whilst A4 is 29.7 long, letter is only 27.9, so I'm going to make letter, I'm going to make it 27.9 high, so it's the width of A4 but the length of letter. So we'll just send that to the back. So basically I know that this layout now, it will fit on A4 or letter. I'm pretty sure we could do 6, couldn't we? We've certainly got 6 before. Because you can really interlock them. You don't need to leave those huge margins that, in fact we've got width, haven't we? So I'm going to put it up there. I'm just copying and pasting these now. Yeah, it will, it'll fit there. And there. Right, so get rid of my shape. I'm going to attach those now. 20.3. I bet that's going to tell me it won't fit on A4. 26.3. Yeah, if I send that through, it's going to tell me it won't fit on A4, but it will. So we're going to hit make it. Just go back. I'm going to delete those for now. Well, we don't need to actually go through it, do we? Because we know that we need 17 flowers, so you're going to cut 17 sheets of A4 or letter, and you've got 6 sepals on there, so you need 3 sheets of that. So that will be 20 sheets altogether, which is a lot better than Design Space wanted originally. Loads better, in fact. It's about half, isn't it, of what it asked for originally. But of course, if you were using 12 by 12, which you just might be, and people often ask me how much paper they need for a particular project, so we'll just have a quick look at it. We need 17, and let's say that we're using 12 by 12. So it's telling us that we need 3 sheets for the sepals, but look at what you'd actually do. You're going to get 9 for sure. You're definitely going to get 9 sepals on a sheet of A3, so that is 2 sheets of 12 by 12 for your sepals, and we'll choose 12 by 12 for this. I think most of us will be using A4 or letter, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, they were attached, so that's a problem. We're just going to detach those. Right, so we know you're going to need 3 sheets of 12 by 12 for that. Or was it 2? Yeah, it was 2, because you can get 9 on a sheet. I'm waffling now, I'm sorry. So we need 17 going to choose 12 by 12. So 4. Design Space says you need 17 sheets 12 by 12, and you absolutely don't. We only needed 17 sheets of letter. So what you would do here is you'd move them around, and you can probably get at least another, what do you think, another 2 on there? Maybe. So it's not the most economical cut. I think letter and A4 is definitely the better cut. So we'll say back to there. Right. So that's 1 and 2. Yeah, definitely get 6 on an A4. On a 12 by 12, pardon me. So you do this work on canvas and then you didn't have to do it again. You won't get more than that on there though, so you may as well stick that right down there. So yeah, so you'll only get 6 on a 12 by 12. So if you're doing 17 flowers at 4 layers each, that's 40, that's 78, and 6 is into 78 goes 12 and a bit. You need 13 sheets this way, so it's actually not a very economical cut that at all. You can see you've got lots of waste. So best paper to cut the roses from, the roses and the sepals, I think, is letter or A4. Right, I've waffled on long enough there. I hope you're still with me and you haven't turned off. If you get this SVG and you've got any issues when you come to cut or assemble it, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm always happy to help, and I would rather answer what you think might be the silliest question than for you to get frustrated and then leave a less than favourable review on Etsy. So please do always get in touch. If you've just stumbled across this video and you'd like to buy the SVG, the link to do that is in the description below, and so are the links to get in touch. I should have said you can get in touch via Etsy or Facebook, whichever you prefer. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for listening. Bye.